Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lex. How y'all doing today? It's been about a couple weeks since I last spoken with you guys, and I think my last was like a get ready with me video. And go watch it, go like it, let me know what you think. Hit me up in the comments below because I definitely want your feedback. And today's video, we're going to talk about a segment called #Let's Talk. I think it's very important to be able to have my platform, to be able to talk to you guys about the real world, to talk to you guys about how you feel and what's going on today. And I'm not just talking about what's in the world, but what's talking about in our lives, and like being able to connect you guys with stories of things that I've been through, things that I've gone through, and what I know now that has made me the person that I am today. Because who I am today is absolutely nothing compared to it's absolutely like everything now that I am is because of everything that I've been through back in the day. And I will definitely get more into that story time for you guys, because I have so many things to talk about. You know, I've been through the whole situation with puberty and switching schools to going through the trouble with guys. Like, you know, it's your average typical like 25-year-old, I guess. So there's that. But today my segment is going to be #Let's Talk, and I'm going to be able to discuss with you guys about the Black Lives Matter movement. Now, I know what y'all thinking. Some of y'all are like, but all lives matter. Okay, let me be honest. There's no such thing as all lives matter. There's no such thing as people think that there's such thing as blue lives matter. And I'll tell you the truth. The reason that Black Lives Matter is so important compared to the All Lives Matter segment, that's not always the case, because what happens with Black people, what happens with African Americans, I'm gonna say, doesn't necessarily happen to Caucasians, but it does happen with Latinos, because Latinos are also going through their own issues right now. And I'll get more into that with you guys, because I definitely want to talk about minorities. And like, I just want to be able to shout out to all the trans, lesbian, gays, and to all my Latino community, to the African American community, because I love you guys too. I love you guys. And to me, in my opinion, like, I don't judge anybody off of any like where they come from and who they are, and I don't do it based off of orientation or race. Like, if I like you, I like you. I've always been the type who like people based off of their personality, and like, if you treat me with respect, I'll treat you with respect. That's just how it goes. And one of the main things the thing about this Black Lives Matter movement is that it's not just okay, like, I would sit there and be like, okay, like, why are we making this such a big deal if it's just one Black person? But it's been one occasion after another, and that's really heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking knowing that people's lives are lost over a situation that is assumed to be dangerous. So there are police officers out there who think that there are people who are dangerous, and there's such thing as mistaken identity, and there's such thing as accusations, like false accusations. I mean, come on, guys, like, be real about it. Be real. I want to know your thoughts, because a lot of people, I'm still shook up about the idea with Breonna Taylor. I'm still shook up with the idea about what happened with Ahmaud Arbery. And it takes it all the way back to what happened with Trayvon Martin. You know? Because, first of all, I relate with Breonna Taylor because as a Black woman, like, I live on my own. And being that I live on my own, like, I always get nervous because, like, I sleep near the window, and it's kind of like anything can happen. And like, to know that somebody broke into your home and killed you, that's really scary to think about. another reason, like, I relate with Trayvon Martin, because, you know, with Trayvon Martin, like, I was the same way when I was a kid. I was one of those kids who just took a walk around the corner to go to the grocery store, to go to the convenience store, to go pick up something, you know, and he just went to go buy himself a pack of Skittles, and wrong place, wrong time. And man, with Ahmaud and what happened with George Floyd, I don't feel like I have the words anymore. I feel like I don't have the words to describe how I feel anymore. Because it's like, how do you know this isn't gonna happen next week? How do you know this isn't gonna happen? It's not gonna continue happening in 2 months. Cause like right when you think that it's over and like, you know, you think you can find like peace in something, like it happens again, and you're just like, really? You know? And not only that, but to deal with the protest on top of a pandemic we're dealing with now. Now a lot of people, I don't know why people want to go out, because I personally don't like going out anymore. I personally don't like to go out. I just like to stay in. I cook at home. I you know, home is my sanctuary, to be honest. And I think that, why are people still going out when there's still a pandemic? Like, it hasn't been declared to be free. I know here in Texas, it's riding like crazy. Like, the cases are rising by the dozens, maybe by the hundreds, I want to say. Where I'm from in California, cases are rising over there as well. And you know, I always pray for my parents. I pray for especially like with my grandmother and my sister, because they like to go out too all the time. And you know, it's just the way that it hits. It's just hard, you know. Shout out to my best friend too, by the way, who always like cheers me on to actually be able to continue through this, and to my sister, and you know, to all my people who actually watch me and they dedicate to liking my videos. I appreciate y'all so much. But yeah, I truly feel like sometimes I wonder why. Not like how, not how, but why? Why would the individual police officer, I won't say all cops, because I don't believe in such thing as good cops, bad cops, but I do believe that there is an individual assessment with everybody. So it's like, you cannot put a whole group of people in the room and blame everybody when it was 2 people who did it, or 1 person who did it, because that 1 person who did it has something in their heart to do it versus everybody else. And I just always had that question as to why did they want to harm the unarmed, you know? It's scary sometimes. Like, I think about it, like, I thank God every day that I'm able to walk out the house and get to work and get where I need to go on time, or get to go grocery shopping, get to go wherever I need to go without having to. But I also feel like, you know, like, people are like, the biggest thing that bothers me is when people say, I love Black people, it's okay, you know, I like you guys anyway. Because it's like, if you like us so much, then why are you treating us like we're something special? Like, you know what you can do? You can donate to causes that help us. You know what you can do? You can support Black schools, support the Black community, support the neighborhoods. Because you know what? I've lived in those kind of neighborhoods. Support education. Support the education. Support people who actually want to go to college. The African American children who want to go to college. Support their dreams. Support who they are. You know? It's not just about a shirt. It's not just about what you say. It's really followed by actions. You know, I wouldn't be where I am today if there wasn't somebody who actually supported me regardless of where I came from. Okay? Guys, like I was living in the hood. I was living in Richmond, California. I was living in the hood growing up. And when my mom took me to another school, when she took me to, when she moved me out of Richmond into Albany, I saw what a difference life, I saw truly what a difference of what I can make of myself. From that point on, after 5th grade, I started wanting to do better for myself. And yeah, like I said, I wouldn't be the woman I am today if there weren't people who actually believed in me and who supported me. So don't just talk about it, but actually show support. Show your support in actually wanting to help the Black community. Because right now, it kind of feels like, and same with the Latinos. Show support. Show support in general for each other. You know? If somebody looks like they're struggling, don't be hesitate to help people. You know? Don't do it because you feel bad for somebody. Don't do it because of the situation going on right now with the protest. Don't do it because, you know, you want to look good. Do it because you want to show that you're committed to being an advocate for equality. That you are an advocate to actually wanting to see people do better in this life. You know? And I know for a fact that I'll tell you guys, let me tell y'all a little story. Let me tell y'all a little story about me. So, when I was younger, me and my sister were raised by we were raised by our grandparents, as well as I was raised by my grandparents, and my mom, okay, so let me say it again. When I was younger, I was raised by my mother, but I was also raised, and my dad always helped me in some way, but not really like that. But I was raised by my great-grandparents and my grandmother. And me and my sister went to a Christian school, and I had the worst experience there, to be honest. And when I said I had the worst experience, like, I didn't like how I just had a hard time getting along with kids. And, you know, a lot of teachers thought I was problematic, even though I wasn't. Okay, guys. So, also, I went from a private school where it was hard for me to be able to get along with people to a public school. Therefore, I was actually able to, when my first public school I went to, it was Asian dominated, because and it was also some Caucasians there, but it was rarely any African Americans, because in a city like Albany, it was very it was very Asian dominated, I want to say. So I'm gonna just say that. But anyway, it was some people were very timid and shy, so I had to learn how to, you know, like, my personality is very fun and bubbly and outgoing, so it was very hard for me to kind of like mesh well with them. And when I transferred to a different school, I was in a more diverse. So when I moved to a city called Tracy, I moved to a place that was more diverse. And those kids I ended up actually surprisingly, like, we practically grew up together for like 6 years. I want to say we grew up practically together for 6 years because I knew them, and some of them I knew from middle school, and they went to a different high school, and like some of them like I literally like knew from middle school all the way to the end of high school. Right, we all graduated together. But when I got a taste of what it's like to like be in a diversity type of setting, like it really changed my views and made me think like, oh wow, I can make it. I can make it. I said I went from barely figuring out what I wanted to do, from teachers not believing in me and what I wanted to become, to actually making a better life for myself. I made the move here to Dallas, close to Dallas. I live in a city like closer to Fort Worth actually, but I wouldn't be here if I didn't believe in myself enough to be able to take the jump from where I was living, because I was living near San Francisco. Now, all in all, I just wanted to say that, first of all, Black Lives Matter. No matter what, I will always stand for that. No matter what, I will always stand for my culture. Also, I want to talk about Juneteenth as well, and I'm very excited about Juneteenth. I haven't celebrated Juneteenth in like 2 years, and I'm just so excited for the culture itself. And also, it's a bright and beautiful day, so I really just want to step outside in a little bit. But you know what, guys? I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys so much for what you guys are doing. And keep your voices heard, because, change is needed. Change is necessary. Not even because it's election year, but just in general, like, change is necessary. And, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to be a part of it. I certainly, like I say, I normally like to stay away from politics because I don't feel like there's a lot to say about politics. And yeah, I think, but I mean, please, if if I say anything wrong, please educate me, because I'm always up for learning more. But yeah, do I feel that a lot of what's going on right now is fair? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I'll tell you one thing, those companies that are actually, and I'm gonna tell you the truth, the companies that are actually supporting Trump's re-election, excuse me, I ate. The companies that are supporting Trump's re-election, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Why? That's all I'm saying. Why? And another thing, like, people think that he's done a lot for this country. And I said, listen, the only thing that I think that he's actually done for this country is economically. And I think that's what everybody's looking at right now, is the economic portion of this, because they think money makes the world go round. But you guys also, like, there's people who talk mad shit about there's people who talk mad crap about Obama, saying that like he didn't do anything during his term. And while I was really young, I've seen so much that's happened during his presidency, the good and the ugly, and if you were older than me to like witness through this whole 8 years that he was in presidency, tell me about your experience, like what you thought of him as a president, because I have nothing but good things to say. But like, also, like, if you feel like there's things that he wish he would have done better, I understand that 100% too. But yeah, I feel like a lot of things change over time, and hopefully hopefully this year is still running. 2020 is still running, so hopefully this year ends on a more positive note, you know, because I think a lot of us did not expect 2020 to be this way, unless you watch The Simpsons, and that's another story. But like, I'm like mad excited. I'm mad excited for what's gonna happen during the summertime, because now that we are getting into summer, it's getting hotter, which means, like, we get to go to the beach more probably. But once this thing dies down, once the whole pandemic thing dies down, once the pandemic dies down and they find a cure, then I'll be back at the beach. But in the meantime, I'm gonna just stay right here at my house and chill at the crib, you know what I'm saying? Eat some popsicles and just kind of put some lights up and be like, oh, I have my own little thing. So, right, right. But yeah, if anything, like I said, I'm gonna continue to show love for all the minorities, in the community around the world. I'm gonna show my support. I'm gonna sign petitions. I'm gonna make sure that I donate if I can, and if I can't, I will donate. I will support Black businesses. I will support Black-owned businesses. I will support minority-owned businesses, including the Latino businesses. I will basically celebrate every culture that is a minority. You know why? Because that's just how that's how I see my life, is being able to be open and being able to trust the universe and being able to explore different opportunities, So yeah, go out there and support your black-owned businesses, your local ones and the ones worldwide. Definitely, like, I'll be buying more, especially cosmetics-wise, because, like, I heard some good cosmetics out there. So ladies, if you guys, let me know in the comments below if you guys know any Black-owned beauty businesses. Let me know. Anybody who owns a photography studio, let me know, because I definitely want to start getting more taking pictures and videos, like, doing my own videos and segments. So yeah, but that's it for today, because I don't want to ramble on for too long. But I love you guys so much, and I really want to get better with this channel. So we definitely want to get more into the hashtag Let's Talk more. Definitely will start putting more Get Ready With Me's. But suit yourself in the comments. Let me know what else you guys would like to see. But yeah, I hope y'all have a blessed day, and I love you guys so much, and thank you for listening.